All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday, February 7th, 2023, and yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the markets. It was a really awesome day yesterday. A lot of people said it was choppy. I personally loved it. Um, to me, it fit all my strategies, and so I was pretty pumped about it. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Spent a lot of yesterday afternoon getting Ninja Trader kind of set up and somewhat dialed in. Uh, it's like I've said before, it's an incredibly powerful system, but it's very not intuitive to me. Um, and it's extremely ugly to look at. No offense to anybody who loves it. I know a lot of people really love Ninja Trader. Um, but it feels like a Corvette engine inside of a Geo Metro or something like that to me. So it's got the power and all those things, but it's not actually what I really care about. What I care about is functionality and just like ease of use. Um, but uh, but we made some progress on it. Got it kind of set up. Took me a while, like to kind of get this stuff going. But I only have a couple more things to figure out how to do on it, and then it should be ready to live trade inside of my Apex evaluation. Looks like kind of a choppy day. Just taking a look at everything. It does look like there's some opportunity here up to the VWAP, and we may get a reverse trend here soon if the number one, if the price gets above VWAP. Number two, if this 5200 crossover happens on the 1 minute. What's that? 51 or 41.23 or so. Looks like a very slow day, pretty choppy. Volume looks to be pretty low, between like 2 and 4,000. It's not horrible. Just a lot of chop, it looks like. So I'm gonna stick to scalping today. Just gonna go for small moves on the day, I think. I'm in here on 13. I think scalping is probably going to be the move today. There's a nice little move there. This does look like we have a potential for a move up. Resistance there on 15. 0.7 to 1.09 to 1.67 to 2.0 on the TTM1. All on red dots, but I think we might get a green dot here soon. Volume's been about, let's see, 322 to 17, 16, and 13 on the current candle. So volume's been pretty low the last couple of minutes, but I think that we may end up getting one of those big surges of volume. Just gonna jump in with Joe, say what up. What up, Tiny? What were you looking? Oh, you were looking into earning funding. I eventually like what ended up happening to me. Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys, new subs. We've brought on about 14 people in the last week. So thank you everybody who is participating and joining in the community, liking, subscribing, and all that type of stuff. It really does help, and I really do appreciate you guys a lot. So I just want to say thank you to that. We're up at 294. We're just 6 subscribers away from hitting that big 300. And I'm really looking forward to that. So, and I would really love if anybody is, hanging out or anything like that, consider liking, consider subscribing, and joining up in our Discord community and saying hello. We have a lot of great traders in there. We talk about more than trading, though. We also talk about entrepreneurship. I'm just gonna take a look and see if there are any economic reports for the day. What is today? That's next week. So today we have the international trade deficit at 12:40. Jerome Powell is going to be giving a speech at the Economic Club of Washington. So it's 12:40, so that'd be 9:40 here on the Pacific. And then we got another speech from the Fed Vice Chair, Michael Barr. And that's happening at 11. And then consumer credit report dropping at noon today, all Pacific Coast time. Yeah, so what actually ended up happening with me working on the funding was that I more or less like got really like decent at my paper trader and thought that I had a pretty good grasp on what I was doing. And then that was through like March, April, and May. I paper traded in TOS before I decided to take action and purchase lead trader funding. And then I purchased in June, and I made it about a week and a half or so. I got my butt kicked in the market. You really just had to keep working and refining strategies. This just went past me. Just gonna buy the market here. Jumping into our evaluation. And I just kind of had to just keep working at it. And then I eventually started getting a lot better at what I was doing. We have the chart pattern here. Okay, we're starting to get a green dot. Try to join the bid off 1350 there in the 100K account. We're in at 1350. We are pulling back a little bit. Trying to get out at 1475. Basically, I'm looking at 15 as resistance. I took this based off of getting this green dot here on the CTM. Although now we're getting a blue candle. That doesn't look happy. Gonna reduce my exit down to 1 tick and see if we have the opportunity to get out of this. Just holding for the moment. I'm gonna go to 14. And then hands over the cover button. We're down more like pretty much at our risk level. I usually try to cap my risk at like 150 on the 100K account. Our original exit was at 1475 was the intention. I just don't know if I trust this to go test 15. Which is why I took that off with 2 ticks. So we made $40 on that. It still looks like it's gonna go up, but because of the momentum slowdown here, I just can't trust it. I wanted to take advantage of what looks to be an accumulation and a potential rip, but I'm gonna wait for additional trades. We are at 1121 out of 2,000 on the 100K account. And we're still in this trade here, which I probably should have got out of. Our entry was way high on this one at 1425. I'm just going to cut this, and I'm going to recalibrate over here. Down 300 on the day, so that means that trade lost for like 450. We had an amazing day yesterday. The market was just in perfect, like, textbook trading form for my strategy. And so yesterday was just like one of those days. Like I played a little heavy on it, and I'm glad I did. I think I could have gone heavier in the evaluation yesterday, especially because the market conditions were perfect for my trade style. But we did push reasonably hard, and we did pull almost 400 in our 50K, and pulled almost 200 in our 100K. So I still think we did pretty okay yesterday. I'm going to take a look at the longer term chart. We've got this 5200 crossover inbound, which I'm estimating will be around 8 or 815, somewhere in that range. If we get it, there's a lot of chop through here, so I don't know if we're actually going to get this or not. It does look like we might come up and test 14. Join the bid right there. And it ran past me. Is this the rip that we were expecting? This is the one that we were talking about. We still don't have a green dot here. I was going to check the longer term chart. It's not like ripping enough for me to get like FOMO, so I think I'll be okay. We are getting a cyan switch on the 3-minute chart as well. So I'm going to go for a little bit higher. I'm going to go for like 5 ticks, and I'm going to join the bid here, just anywhere it'll let me in. And I'm going to switch to the 1-minute chart, zoom on in, and watch out for resistance at the 200 simple moving average. Obviously, we're pulling back off that little rip there. Did get that green dot. So that trade that we took was here to here, and then we pulled back for 2 minutes before getting a nice rip up. I wonder if we can take an entry off of 15. I'll set the order there. It might be a little ambitious, but it feels like too much of a pullback, like if it was to do that. Maybe like 1550.
Order filled.
Entered long at 1550. I'm looking for an exit at 1675. So if we come up and a retest of this 200 simple moving average, it would be a peak right through the VWAP. Hands over the cover button. I guess I could have gone down to 15. Felt a little ambitious though. We're in at 15 and a half. Looking to get out of 16.75. I wish I could have the little like P&L thing right here. I think that'd be cool. There's like just not very many trade platforms that do exactly what I want them to do. Pulling back to 1475, getting near our risk. At a 1-to-1 ratio right now. Banking on this being a 3-minute pullback. I see a reasonable amount of volume coming in, but there's a lot of sell volume here. I definitely should have gone for the $15 entry point, I think. So next time, I won't look at that as being too ambitious. That was a big flash down. Woo. Ouch. Okay, we probably need to cut this down to 1350. I want to see if it bounces right here. If it doesn't, I got to get out. Hands over the cover button. I think this candle needs to end green. And that's a big sell-off yet again. We're under 100K, so we don't have a trailing drawdown on this one. I gotta see the next candle bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 reds. We did bounce off the 35. I think I need to reduce my sell order. I'm going to reduce down to 16, which is right on VWAP. Hand still over the cover button, and we're down 250 or so in this trade at the moment, which is past our risk level. I haven't cut it yet because of the support along the EMA 35, which it just flashed below down just now. And we're at 300 now, so I think I probably need to cut this. 816, 791. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute pullback. That would have been a nice short, apparently. I'm trying to remember that, considering the resistance there at the volume weighted average price. All right, I gotta cut it. It's at 350 down. I mean, that's a lot of pullback. Ugh, this one's toying with my emotions. Yeah, I'm out.
Order filled.
Loss of like 400 on that one, so that definitely hurts. And we filled it at the bottom too. That sucks. But it is what it is. We will focus on making that back today, and we're still up 712 out of 2,000 in the account. So I'm not gonna stress it. I'll just go make it back. No big deal. A lot of downward pressure coming in. Apparently, we're still on trade over here. Definitely have some issues going on with my trading today. And I think that how do I put it? I think I need to wait for the 5200 crossover and a little bit more confirmed momentum in a particular direction. So I think that might be the next approach. I think that would be a little bit more of a solid approach to what we were doing before. Kind of surprised that pullback as heavily as it did. That was quite the sell-off from that VWAP test. I thought it would at most pull back to the 9 and then bounce off that. But it really didn't. It pretty much failed this whole breakout here. And that's not good. But if I look at this, like it actually failed the breakout here, which is a 3-minute breakout. And it failed again here. And so we've got a lot of evidence of this failing at the volume weighted average price right now. And so because that's the case, like I think that we probably do need to focus on waiting for that 5200 crossover, because I think it's going to make a major difference in the overall momentum of everything. Also, to a crossover here of the 12 and 26 on the 5-minute chart would also be favorable for an upward move. Switching back to the 1-minute chart, and I'm going to look at the potential here for shorts. 0.8 to 1.3. I'll try to go short off 1150. $1.3 to 1.9. I'm gonna cut that. We'll wait for the trend reversal. I think I need to wait a lot today. It's a very slow day. Volume's lower. And with yesterday's like amazingness, this is a little quite the contrast. We got a possible crossover the 12 and 26 there. I wouldn't feel comfortable until we got a red to yellow switch. This red to yellow switch basically bounced immediately. And this one is going for 1.6 to 1.8. Really want to zone in on this move here. One thing to note, the 200 moving average has actually just got above the or below the VWAP, so that does look favorable. And also the TTM is flattening out. I'm in long on the paper side at 12 and look for a move up to like 1350. The TTM went from 1.3 to 1.6 to 1.6 to now 1.7. But we do have this possible crossover, the 1226. There is a good probability of a bounce here. Where do we sell this? We sold it here off of 1175. We're going to need a red to yellow switch in order to take this trade on the eval side. The 50 EMA is here at 1216 and the 200 SMA is there at 1606. So we have about a $4 split between the two. I believe that puts us like 815 to 830. I'm guessing closer to 830 for our trend reversal. 1.9 to 2.2 TTM on the red. This looks like it's going to form an ABCD pattern. So haven't found my flow completely yet today. And I think it's because there's not a lot of momentum yet. But I do think that there is momentum that is going to happen today. It's just not here yet. But I can kind of sense that there is some accumulation and some sort of momentum that is kind of waiting in the wings. 1.6 to 1.9 to 2.1 to 2.2. It just might be a ways out. check this on the 3-minute chart, which cooled off a little bit on that 5-minute pullback that we took that loss on. And it's sort of stacking up a little bit more now. So we went to 1.3. This dropped all the way down to 1. Then we ended at 1 to 1 to 1.2. So we do have a little more stackage on the TTM on the 3-minute side as well. I believe in order for us to make up on that trade, we're probably going to have to work on. We may have to work to take like a few momentum trades at the trend reversal, but we got to be hyper specific and super accurate. So we got 2.4 to 2.3. So we are getting a yellow candle here. So because we're getting a yellow candle set up, I'm going to jump to our evaluation side. And we're going to wait until this candle's over, which is in about 20 seconds. I might not have that much time to wait. And so I may look for 8 ticks off of 1250. Move too fast and too far up. Let's see. This is looking pretty nice and strong though. Just gonna join the bid.
Order filled.
Entered at 14.25, and our exit is set there at 16.25, so 8 ticks, which would not make us back our loss, but would get us on the path there. I'm probably gonna drop this down to 15.50. I think that basically this is because it's right below VWAP. I don't want to risk a rejection at the VWAP and not get that fill, which was like a tick or two above. VWAP's at 16, and I think we're trying to get it out like 16.25. So I reduced this like 3 ticks, and I think that we have a pretty good chance of going towards 15.50, testing of 16. 16 being at the 200 simple moving average, which is at 15.75 actually. We have definitely a reasonable amount of ground to make up on this account after that bad trade. There's that move there, so that did make us about 150 back. Answer is at 14.25. We got a 15.50, so we made 5 ticks on that one. We're coming up on that VWAP test now. Here we go, getting a rip through it. This was what we were hoping for over here, and wow, that is it. Whoa, look at this monster. All right, where's our entry? That's what I said. I felt like there was momentum inbound. There it was. Massive rip. I'm gonna see if I can get in here at like 19, and I'm gonna jump here, and we're gonna try it. We're gonna go for like, let's stick with 8, and I'm gonna try and get in right here actually in at 18.75. I'm looking to get out 20.75. This one topped at 21.25.
Order
there we go. We just got 8 ticks on that, so we're basically back to flat on the day, a little bit below. But we did make the most of our money back. I'm going to jump to the 50K, which has a trailing max right now at 1133. So we're going to be working on that. Our P&L on this is back up at 445. Jump to 4 ticks. Or sorry, 4 contracts, and I'm going to go to 5 ticks. But we have some pretty big upwicks here. I'm scared that we're going to end up in a I'm going to cut this trade. Scared that we're going to end up in a drop down. Will this let me out or what? Geez, any day now. Your market order should have already done filled. Come on. Wow, dude, that like, wow, that's just ridiculous. 1.3 to 2.1 on the TTM. Very, very strong momentum coming in. We are ways out from that 50-200 crossover, but this looks like we're going to get it. We may get some pullbacks, though, to the volume weighted average price. And so I think that we need to be a little bit careful about that, because a pullback to the VWAP would be like $3. So that would be like 12 ticks down. And if you're in enough contracts, that could be hundreds or potentially even thousands of dollars. So, so I would definitely be careful of that. I'm going to switch this over to actually like 3 ticks and join the bid right here. In at 19.5. Looking for a move up to 20.5 or 20.25. Kind of dojing right there. I'm going to put this at a 1 tick sale. Movement is 2.1 to 2.9 on the TTM on pullback. Gonna wait for the move that we fully understand. This was a really great move that we got a good amount on. I definitely could have gone stronger. I didn't know that it would have that kind of momentum through the VWAP, especially without getting the crossover, but they did okay. So this is coming up on a 3-minute pullback. There may be a good entry here off 17 if it pulls back to the 9 EMA. We're looking at 20 as resistance at the moment. Just gonna check in with y'all, see how y'all doing. What's up, Long Haul? Good to see you, my man. I didn't even know all this conversation was happening. I've been so wrapped up in the last like 15 minutes of trading. Yeah, that lag, that's only on Thinkorswim. And it's only been this last like week plus, but it's just like it's crazy. Like I've never had this kind of problem with paper trading on Thinkorswim. It's just not something that should be an issue, especially because you're running the same live data feed that you're running to the live money. So I don't know what's up with that. Why it started being laggy. It only started happening like last week, and since then it's been a headache. Yesterday was okay, but not like great. Join the bid here. It was a little high to be joining the bid, but we are getting more of a little bit of a pop here. $3.9 to 4.9 to 5.6 on the TTM on the 1 minute chart. I'm gonna take a look and see what's happening on the 3-minute chart. We actually only got the 5-minute chart, but that's all right. We need to check this too. So the 5 minutes getting a cyan switch on the TTM from 0.8 to 1.9. That's pretty good momentum inbound on that. This one also has a possible cross of the 5200. A 5-minute cross of the 5200 is pretty powerful. 3-minute looking like 3.2 to 3.8 on the TTM, down there at 19.5. Watch out for resistance here at 23. So being as that's the case, I'm gonna go up to like 6.6, and I'm gonna try and take an entry off 20. I'm gonna jump to the evaluation side. Kind of missed the opportunity for 20. Join the bid at 2150. I really don't want this at 2275, so I'm gonna put it at 22.25. That's right where that double top would be. We're already down 200 in this. So yeah, that ain't good. My entry should have been off 20. But that was what I was hoping for, but it kind of was a little late, which is why I took this higher entry. The entry was higher though than I expected. I'm gonna take the profit.
Order filled.
We made 1 tick. Profit's profit. Made 31.68 on that trade. It may rip up, it might not, but whatever the case is, I don't really want to test it. Basically, I'm seeing this find resistance slightly below the 200 simple moving average by like 1 tick. Actually, 2 ticks. 4.0 to 4.4 on the TTM 3-minute. Jumping back to the comments. By the way, guys, if you are hanging out, please like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. We do have some results today on our 50K. We lost 400 some odd bucks on our 100K, but then we made most of it back. We're only down 60 bucks there now. But we've been having a little bit of hard time while we're waiting for the trend reversal to happen. But if you guys are chilling, you are hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and join our Discord community as well. We'd love to have you guys there. We got Long Haul, we got Trader, Tiny Trader that is, and we got a lot of people, a lot of awesome people with some really amazing trade insights, as well as entrepreneurial insights and amazing ideas on philosophy as well. So check us out, joelstraight.com/Discord, but there is also a link in the description. Pulling back to the 9 EMA, you can see this cooling candle right there on the TTM 1-minute chart. We're still waiting on that approach on that 5200 crossover, which may give us the strength that we need in order to break through this this upper area of resistance around 23. It's more like 22. I'm gonna say 21.5. Let's zoom on in on that crossover and see where we're at. So 50 EMA is at 41.15, and the 200 SMA is at 41.15.4. They're off by about 30 cents, which means sometime in likely the next, I don't know, 2-3 minutes or less, probably less. Where are we at here? We're at 12.25. I'll take that. Did all of the data just stop? Everything just stopped. There's movement on, no way, dude. You see this? Everything just stopped. My TOS froze. We have failed to deliver your orders. I suppose this is a good thing. We did pull back further, but what was that? It still says real-time data, so technically we still have live data. We are like 1 minute away from this crossover. I'm gonna join the bid for the anticipation of it. We're gonna 1875. A lot of sell-off in this last candle. Time. Okay, we should have a new candle now. There is the crossover right there on the current candle. So we may get the bounce off the next candle, and I'm gonna bump this up to like 21, and I'm gonna jump to the evaluation side as well. For the eval, I'm gonna wait for a cyan switch. We've got the crossover. We've got the you can see the buying pressure coming in on the candles. Enjoying the bid here. In at 19.25.
Order filled.
Looking to get out at 20.5 on the 50K account. 2 seconds, 1 second. Did get the crossover. I want to see this just rip to the upside to 21.50. I moved my sell order up to 21. We pulled back to 18. I don't like that. I don't like that we're getting these cooling candles on the crossover. That doesn't bode well for me. Kind of an emotional day here. Probably just for me. GTM went from 4.5 to 4.0 on this current candle. I don't like that there is downward move on it. I really want to see the buyers just start buying heavily and get this sort of like I don't know, kind of a U-shaped pattern breakout here. There's a move back up to our entry point. Obviously, we had an opportunity to buy at 18. I'll try and be more mindful of the entry opportunities, as I've said several times. But it's genuinely true. I am working on becoming more mindful of that. We're getting continued divergence on the 50, 200. I know we've got stack up on the 3-minute chart as well. So we went from 4.5 to 4.0 to now 3.2 on the TTM. I don't love this. This did come up and hit our entry point there at 19.25. This really should have ripped pretty heavily off that crossover. It's usually a really powerful crossover to the upside. This double bottom here at 1750. Our trailing max is the main thing I want to keep in mind. Our trailing max is currently at 805 right now. We're going to need probably some pretty heavy buy volume to step in. But we're seeing a pretty low amount of volume at the moment, and yes, I want to see more like something like this. Five seconds left in this candle. I don't like that it's stalling out. You see it's like kind of like stalling right there. What do we need in order to get back above TTM? This needs to get to 2.1. We're down at 1.4. I wish this measured it vertically like TOS does. Coming up, we're hitting resistance along the 9 EMA. That 5200 cross is continuing to diverge. It's coming up and it's literally hitting our buy order, like exactly where our entry point was, which is very frustrating because that basically is putting us at flat or below. 3, 2, 1, new candle now. Resistance there at 19.25. I'm going to try to get out of 19.75, which I had a very brief opportunity to do so right there. But this candle or this trade has been going on for too long for me. I really don't like to be in a trade more than like a minute. And this is just too long to be in a trade for me. So I may have to go for a smaller profit than what I originally wanted. I wanted to get out of 21. But frankly, it's just it's not worth my peace of mind.
Order filled.
There, we're out. That was not worth my peace of mind for that. I don't know, 80 bucks. I think there's the freaking rip. That was so long and frustrating. Yeah, Big Daddy Powell. What time does Powell come out? Isn't it like at 9:40? Yeah, 9:40. We did get that move up to 21. I don't even know how long we were in that trade for. It was a while. Here's the watch out for rejections along this area. You can see it's rejected twice already. We're coming up to tap it again, so it does look kind of strong though. My guess is Powell is going to say that the economy's in good shape and to buy. I kind of feel that just because like all of the messaging I'm seeing change in the news, the media outlets. I can see that the messaging is changing to the economy is pretty strong. You got Janet Yellen coming out saying that there's no such thing as a recession if unemployment is as low as it is right now. But I think that she kind of does fail to realize that, like, a measure of having a job is not a measure of whether or not you have poverty. Um, I think she's failing to recognize that. And I think that a lot of politicians do fail to recognize that just because you have a job doesn't mean that you're not living in poverty. And so I think that that's just, they're just kind of like, well, it's just like it was in 1960. If you work minimum wage, then you'll be able to buy a house. I'm like, no, it just doesn't work that way anymore. The wage gap has changed substantially between then and now, and I think that operating off that old model is keeping a lot of Americans and America stuck as a whole. And so I think that there is a lot of opportunity in America at the particular moment for companies to do a lot with their employees and to gain a lot of trust right now with their employees, which I think is a really amazing opportunity in the marketplace that has been there in the past. It's always there, but I think that companies could garner a lot of recognition and trust right now by doing the best that they possibly can to take care of their employees on more than just making them feel safe at work or whatever the heck is the new buzzword this week. But the reality of it is that, as they say, cash talks and BS walks. And so I think that a lot of companies could do a lot to just go above and beyond. Honestly, I'm kind of like, if the minimum wage is this, what do we think of somebody who just does the minimum? For all my Office Space people out there. Looking at my wreck of a desk with a million Post-it notes on it. We got quite a few people chilling here. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. We got some mixed results on the day. In the paper, we're down 500. In the 50K eval, we're up 113. And in the 100K eval, we're down like 61. Looks like we're getting a potentially new breakout here. Watch out for that resistance at 23 that I mentioned. But we did get that 5200 crossover. We ended up getting this bounce here, which is where we took advantage of those trades on the 50K. We absolutely could have ended up holding through that, but we bought back here. And it was basically just a long emotional ride in order to get here. So, but we definitely could have held till 21, because now we're coming up and testing 25. Getting a volume surge there. Watch for resistance at 25. COS does not seem to work well off of with market orders. Ooh, nice big bounce. I'm sketched out to take this now just because it bounced up so much. I guess it would have been worth it off 26 and a quarter. We're at 1018.98 out of 2000. Pushing up to 28. Wow. Big rip on that one. We ripped up over the 200 moving average on the 3-minute chart, and we're approaching a 5200 crossover there. Jerome Powell speaks in about an hour. We've got the upper band of the VWAP here at 30, 41.30. So about $3 available worth of move there. The pullbacks have been pretty heavy on the day, so I'm hesitant to take some of the normal like pullback pops that we normally take. Just because the pullbacks have been so strong on the day. You got a doji up here at the top. But yeah, that trade that we took in the 50K, we entered here off this 19.25 and had to hold through all this pullback before coming up and selling out here. And honestly, I really wish I had held it till 21 because I think it would have put us, well, I know it would have put us in a much better financial position on the day, but so that trade worked out over here. We're just down $13 or so in the paper side now. So we basically made back all that money that we lost on this one. We've got is that a triple top? No, it's a double top, but double top there at 28.25. We also hit 28 and then also hit 27.50. And so definitely some resistance right there in that zone. I'm tempted to take a little short off of this. Maybe like 3 ticks. Too late. I was gonna take it short down to like 25. Or a short off of 27 was what I was thinking. But 3 ticks was what I would have gone for. Let's see, pulling back 26.50. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and also too, if you guys are trying to earn funding in the futures market like me, you can check out Elite Trader Funding. That's a program I'm using right here. This is a software called Tradeovate, which I really enjoy. But Elite Trader Funding are these guys here, and if you jump to the evaluations, see that there is a 10K evaluation. You can earn funding as low as 10K, as high as $300,000. So you do have the opportunity to trade with a lot of equity, a lot availability to you for very little. In my personal opinion, one thing I really like about them is outside of their amazing customer service, they do allow you to select between multiple different softwares, which not very many companies do. You can do the very powerful but very challenging to work with Ninja Trader, the super simple and very clean Tradeovate, which I like to use. And then there's Trading View as well, which is an incredibly popular one, which I've used for years and years and years. And it all connects within the Rhythmic network as well. So anything that you can connect within Rhythmic, like Quant Tower or any other sort of softwares that you're really into. Personally, I like the fact that they give me access to Tradeovate, give me a license key for that, which is really cool. But with the evals, they have the one-step evaluation, which I'm working on the 50K, and the static evaluations, which I'm also working on. I'm working on the 100K, which has a profit target of 2,000. We're about halfway to that. And then there's also the traditional style, the end of the day drawdowns, and the fast tracks. I only really recommend the fast tracks if you have a super proven strategy, because these ones do have a time limit on them. And so you do have to complete these within a certain time. All the other ones don't. If you click the see more details link right here, this will actually tell you how each evaluation works. There's a link next to each plan type. So make sure that you select that and read about it to make sure that it's something that fits within your trade style and something that you're interested in doing. So, yeah, the order filled voice. Order filled. Yeah, like I really just like I look at Tradeovate, dude, and then I look at some of the other stuff that's out there, and I really like I think Ninja Trader. I want this to be clear. I don't hate Ninja Trader. It's very clearly intensely powerful, but it also very clearly looks like it was made in 1985, and it operates like it was made by engineers, not necessarily traders, and that's a problem because I think that while something may have the capability of doing all of these different amazing things, it's missing basic functions like search. Like it does lack a search function for indicators. Like it's just something it's so simple and yet overlooked. Um, yeah, long haul. I'm trying to be nice because basically because Ninja Trader has a huge amount of the population, like a massive amount of the futures traders use Ninja Trader. Um, Personally, for me, I'm not trying to like do computer engineering in order to trade. Like, I just don't want to. I want to just have something that's all housed within one window that I can get everything that I need. That would be something like Thinkorswim that just has a very simple to understand layout. It's a little bit challenging once you first start learning it, but honestly, I was able to get in here and within the first couple of days, like 2 days of using Thinkorswim, actually make a trade. Obviously, it took me time to learn like the intricacies of it, but I did know how to make a trade right off the bat. Ninja Trader was not that way. Um, like it just, I don't see an easy like way that it just is right up front on how to link a window. Like I don't see like something like this where it just makes really easy, really perfect sense where you just link it to a color and you're done. And I haven't gone deep on that function, but I also shouldn't need to. That's kind of my perspective on it. Like Tradeovate, I learned this software for under 20 minutes. So it took me less than 20 minutes to figure the software out. And basically I watched one tutorial video where I watched a guy set up his charts, and that was it. I was done. The linking works exactly like TOS. It's just, you just click the color. It just makes perfect sense. And so it's just really, really easy. And Ninja Trader to me it's the most complicated trading software I've ever used in 10 years. 10 years, like, really is including a lot of the crypto trading software, but I've used everything from like GDAX to Coinbase Pro, which is old GDAX, to a variety of different trading view layouts, to Quant Tower, to Thinkorswim, to Tradeovate, to WeBull. What else have I used? I don't know. Margin. I've used a lot, and Ninja Trader was just not straightforward to me. And I'm sure somebody has some like super hacks in order to make it really easy, but I just didn't find it easy. But it's the main one that the vast majority of prop firms use. And so if you're into it, By all means, do your thing. Ain't nobody judging here. At least, not with what you do. I might judge the software, but you trade how you want to trade, because that's what matters, is what makes sense to you. I'm just trying to get in right there at 27, and just like it keeps putting my bid below the current price, which it doesn't normally do. Usually it puts my bid at the price, not below it. I was trying to take that breakout, but now it's over after just like fiddled me around, and now I'm going red on it for no reasons. Because honestly, like it just kept putting me below the order. Like usually I'll hit join the bid and it'll just put me like at whatever the current price is, but it kept like taking it and then putting it like one below. That was kind of annoying. Let's take a look at the 3-minute TTM, because I think this is our next larger influencing chart. TTM's been stacking 7.1 to 7.7 to 8 to 8.1. We have some falling down there then on the TTM. I'm probably going to cut this trade, I think. We're $1 away, and the TTM has basically begun to flatten. 8.0 to 8.3, so we got a little bit of wind up. Might get a little pop. I'll hold it just for that moment. I'm only really looking to take like one tick on this just because of that. It ended up going up anyway. So we took 2 ticks on that. Popping up to 28, 8.0 to 8.4. So this is actually getting some more momentum built back into it. It kind of feels like it's at the end of the move. And yet here we go, popping again. So there you have it. The upper band of the VWAP actually moved upward to 31. That's good for further bullish momentum. As far as the 5200 crossover goes, we'd be looking at closer to 930. But remember, we got Jay Powell speaking at 940. I actually think that's going to stimulate markets, because I think Jay Powell is going to have only good things to say about the economy. Basically, we got that we got a couple good reports in January, and I think that they're going to push that. They're really going to run with that. Especially with the Fed rate hike and the slowing of inflation. Now, inflation by all means has not slowed. I mean, let's be real. We got like 20% inflation over like 2 years. I think it's like 18.5% when it comes to true inflation data. Even though they might say 8%, and so it's just kind of like super clean too. Yeah, like that. That's how I look at it too. I feel like Trade Evade is super clean. I think that's a thing that I really look for in software. I think TradingView is also great too. What I really like about TradingView is that you can customize the layouts in so many endless ways, and each company can customize their own layout, which I really like. TradingView is great. I trade with Optimus futures. Here's the thing about Optimus futures. Why is it so close to optimistic futures? I'd never heard of these guys before I started this brand. And I started this brand, and now I realized there's an Optimus futures, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's just so close. Let's see, the platform Optimus Flow is pretty awesome. Fairly sure it's basically Quantower, but for free. Comes with a free connected trading journal and free book map. That's cool. Yeah, see, like that's what I think. Like, I really think prop firms need to get out of this whole like mid trader only thing. I think it's such a limiting experience for their traders, and I frankly think that they have the opportunity to provide traders with more more ability to succeed if they're not fighting with their software. I really do not want to fight with software when I trade. I just don't. I don't care how powerful it is. I do not care. I do not care how powerful it is. I just don't. I care that it can fit my strategy and my style, and that I can get in and I can start trading either like with a tiny little bit of review and research, or get in and just automatically understand it. There's just no reason why I should have to learn things like Ninja Script or any other type of stuff in order just to trade what I consider my strategy to be pretty basic. Like, I don't even need all this. I don't even need time in sales. Like, this whole section here, I don't even need. I just keep it because if I want to switch around. I honestly don't even need the level 2. I basically trade with this and what you see right here. I don't even really need the level 2. I barely even need this, the price volume stuff on price ladders. It's not even something I really consider because I've got the bulls bears. And so my trading needs, if you will, in a software are incredibly basic. I don't even need RSI. And it's just because I think trading is simple, more simple than people give it credit for. I think people overcomplicate it, and they tend to overcomplicate a lot of things in this reality. I just don't think trading is that complicated. I think the hardest part about trading is managing our emotions. I think that's like the vast majority of the most challenging aspects of it. And that's a hard thing to do. I mean, like you guys saw through this area right in here, you saw how it was challenging for me to hold on through these pullbacks in order to have this come back up and break through 21. And even when it did, we got this entry here off 19 and a quarter, like right there, through that pullback. And then I ended up taking like 2 ticks of profit because basically I had been in the trade for so long. So it's the psychological components for me that make trading more challenging. And I think that's actually the case for most people. So this pullback 28 and a quarter is getting a nice bounce. There's a double top there at 29.75. We clearly have resistance at 30, but we are getting some push up here with the TTM pulling back some. So yeah, long story short, I want my software to be simple. Yeah, Elite does let me use TradingView, and they do have a static account. There is a link long haul in the description, but I can throw it here as well. Pretty sure that's the correct link. But I will grab another link as well. I'm not showing my screen, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I noticed that too, that it's ETF. Elite Trader Funding. It's also an ETF. One of the reasons long haul why I really like these guys a lot has a lot to do with their customer service. I've never had a customer service request go longer than 4 hours. It's really rare that it even goes that long. A lot of times they get back to me in like 15 minutes, and it's a real response. That is so freaking important to me because I've gone to other prop firms and they basically link me out to the FAQ where I read some article that doesn't answer my question a lot of the time. And I don't know what happen to society where like people are just like, customer service, who cares? But the reality of it is it's a major miss in in operation of business. I think customer service is even more important than the software itself. Uh personally, because I think that what customer service actually represents is it represents the culture and the overall intelligence as well as the empathy of the company that you are working with. Um, i.e., if a company comes to the table and they're like they don't care about customer service, what that is actually telling me is it is telling me that they do not want my business. And aside from telling me that it doesn't that they don't want my business, I believe it also tells me that they lack the intelligence to operate their own business, and and that in a situation that is necessary to get help, like an emergency situation or something like that, it tells me that they are not going to be reliable. And that's what I see when I see poor customer service. Yeah, exactly. I'm just a number to them. And that's why I say like I think it's even more important than the software. Obviously, it needs to have more than just customer service. Like they need to be able to do what they say they're gonna do. But at the same time, it's probably one of the top, if not the top. I think it is the top thing that I personally need in order to work with somebody. And so Elite Trader Funding has that, and so that's one of the reasons why I chose them. I actually sent them a message before I bought from them, and I bought from them based off their answer to that message, really. And I've used a few since, and so far I've just not been as happy as I have been with Elite Trader Funding. I've not tried everybody. I'm not going to pretend like I have, but and I'm sure there's probably other companies out there that are great. But just what I've tried, ETF has been the best. So we did get resistance there off of. We never actually hit 30. We hit 29.75. We hit resistance there really off of like 28.85. Pulling back to the EMA 35 right now, and we're switching over to red on the TTM. But because we're bouncing at the 35, I wouldn't trust this for a short move. We're coming up at the top of the hour, so this may actually just consolidate above the 50, or sorry, above the 35 and above the 50. So we may just kind of sort of consolidate between this range and this range, which is as low as like 23. So I think that we might just consolidate around here. I'm going to check this on the 3-minute chart, which is finally getting some cooling candles on the TTM. We capped out at 9.2, and we're pulled back to 8.7, then to 7.9 here at 8:57. So we just have 2 more minutes till 9 o'clock. 2 minutes to midnight. That old Iron Maiden for y'all. I actually don't remember how many minutes he says there is till midnight, so I just throw in some random number. I think it's like 2 minutes to midnight, but it could also be like 10 seconds to midnight. I don't remember if he's talking seconds or minutes. What if he was like 3 years to midnight? 7 hours till midnight. But yeah, I don't remember how many minutes he says it is till midnight. Let's see, 8.7 to 7.7. Pulling back to 41.25. See if we get a bounce here. I'm gonna check this on the 1 and see where that is in relation to the moving averages. This almost looks like it could form a head and shoulders. So I'm going to be cautious of that. Right now we have a 26 downward cross with a TTM red candle, and we bounced off the 35 reasonably well. We may pull back to the 50. The 50 is there at 23.75. We're currently at 25 and a half. Switch this to 3 ticks, and I'm going to look for a short move right here. I'm in short at 25 and a quarter, and I'm looking for a move down to 24.50. It's just a move just directly below this EMA 35. Basically, I'm looking for a test of 50 of the 50 EMA here. It's at my sell order now. There we go. Pull back 150 on that. Up 287.50 on the day. I don't remember what our peak of the day was, but this is where we're at right now. Up 287.50 on the paper side. Did a pretty reasonable job of coming back. We're only red in one account now, which is the 100K account, and we're red by 62 bucks. We were red by well over $400. Let me jump in and take a look. Boom, boom. This is today. So we took 5 trades. Oh yeah, because we took a few to get back. Yeah, we lost 400 on that one. Basically we made 50, then we lost 400, and then we made 125, 100, and something else back. Made 50, lost 400, made 220, 200, and then 125 back. So with fees and everything, we're down $61 in the 100K account, but everything else is looking solid. And we've had really solid action this whole quarter. Take a look at this, our moves on the quarter. Our accuracy is about 90%. So pretty strong accuracy using this strategy that we've developed. I don't see anyone else trading with this strategy. But yeah, I think that the strategy definitely works for me, and it's pretty simple. I think that's actually what I really like about it, is just how simple it is. So I think that's probably my favorite thing about my strategy, is just how ridiculously simple it is. I honestly, I didn't even think stocks was this simple. Futures was a lot more challenging at first, but it's definitely becoming easier, which is great, because that's really all I wanted from trading, was something that was like easy enough, straightforward enough, but also had the opportunity to earn a reasonable amount of income from, instead of having to build up your account to like have like $1 million in there just to earn like 2,000 bucks a day, which I think is just, I don't know, it's kind of asking a lot. 1.5 to 1.7, we may get a red to yellow move. When we got the red to yellow move before, it looked like this. You can see here was a red to yellow move here, and a breakout. This one almost went red to yellow, but it's basically the same exact breakout style. And we have a possible crossover here of the 1226. 1.5 to 1.6 to 1.7 on the TTM. I'm gonna need to see a red to yellow. Entry looks like 26. I have a standing order there at 26, and looking to get out at well, I was looking to get out 28. There we go. Jumping to the 100K eval, and I'm gonna switch this to 5 ticks. I don't want that trade. I'm gonna doji right here. Joining the bid. Exiting, joining the bid again. Just trying to get in this thing. I gotta wait for a little pullback. Joining the bid here. Trying to get it at 27.50.
Order
In
filled.
at 27.75. I moved my order up because it was just getting really frustrating that it was taking so long to not fill me. Having a hard time getting fills today on all sides. And I think it's a volume thing. I'm trying to get out at 29. We got a red to yellow switch here. 9 is above the 12. That's what we want to see. This is in our 100K account. We're in 2 contracts. This is our opportunity to pull this into green territory on the day. That tapped at 28.50. I'm gonna put my sell order here at 28.50.
Order filled.
We got that sell. Now we're up 420 on the day. We're green in every account. Looks like we could have hit 29. I wanted to just take that profit though. We made 3 ticks on that, so I'm happy with that trade. We're up 420 on the day with that account. We're up in every account now. So here we are, 420. And we're currently at 1084.82 on the 100K account. So we are over halfway to our goal on the 100K account. And on the 50K account, we're up at 558.72. So we're about 25% to goal. Trailing max on that is at 1246. Getting a pullback now on this very nice red yellow move. By the way, that's my strategy right there. It's not overly complicated. I really just look for the TTM to switch from red to yellow, and that's kind of like one of the main strategies. There's also these moving averages play into it, but it's pretty straightforward. Thank you. Appreciate that. By the way, if y'all still chilling, y'all hanging out, great number to have, 20. I totally highlighted that by accident, but I'm glad I did. Yeah. So, we're just over here at the top of the hour. It's past 9. If y'all still chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications. We are getting really close to hitting 300 subs. Would love to have you guys join the family, the Optimistic Futures family. We do have an amazing Discord community. Our Discord community consists of amazing traders like Long Haul and Miss Tiny and myself and DG and Origin Code and just a bunch of amazing people in there. We talk about everything from trading futures to Forex to stocks to crypto. We also talk about philosophy, entrepreneurship, you name it, we're talking about it. If it's positive, it's optimistic, that's what we're talking about. So if that sounds like something you're into, if you're looking to escape some of this negative news cycle, that news feed, that news drip can get you very negatively high, and you probably don't want to be anywhere near that. So just say no to news to a large degree, but surround yourself with people who are being optimistic, who are still dreaming, because you are the average of the 5 people who are closest to you in your life. So improve those odds on your average by surrounding yourself with amazing people that are going places. Check out the Discord community. It's joelstraight.com/Discord. I'll type it here in the chat. And also, there's a link in the description as well. Yeah, just say no to news. Dare to keep kids off news. We're getting a pullback here, or we had that little pullback there to the 9 EMA, and now we're getting sort of a cup and handle move right here. I'm going to test the cyan switch there, 0.5 to 0.2. It's kind of low momentum. Wow, 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 wow. .3 to 0.2. We've got the possible 1226 crossover. Is this low volume or something? Yeah, 1027, 1123, 13, 15. I think people are waiting for JPAL. Getting a science switch here. Papa Powell, as he is known. Pulling back to the EMA 35 and flashing off of that. 35 is down here at 25 and a half. Just popped all the way up, $2. Nice quick 8 tick. Nice quick 8 tick. JPAL speaking in about a half an hour. Checking in on the 3-minute chart, which puts the 5200 crossover. My guess is about 9:30, about 10 minutes before JPAL speaks. 5.9 to 5.5, getting some slowdown on the TTM3, which began to slow down back here at 8.7 to 7.7 to 6.9 to 6.4 to 5.9 to 5.4 on the current. So we're moving down about a half a point per 3-minute candle. Like I said, we have probably 15 to 20 minutes or so for that 5200 crossover on the 3-minute side. On the 5-minute chart, we are riding along the support line of 200 simple moving average. And the pullback is from 9.8 to 9.5 on the TTM5. Kind of a slow day, a little dull. We are green in every account. So given the choppiness of it all, I think we did a pretty reasonable trade job, given how choppy the day was. But yeah, if y'all are trying to earn funding in the futures market, again, make sure you check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are awesome, wonderful customer service, the ability to choose between multiple softwares. You can actually earn funding as low as $10,000 and as high as $300,000. You can literally trade with the equity of a whole house. Me personally, I'm working on the 50K evaluation on the 1-step, which is a $3,000 profit target. It allows me 8 contracts in the mini. It's kind of a lot of contracts. I usually only take 4 at my maximum. Occasionally I take 5, but usually 4. And then the other one I'm working on is the 100K static evaluation, which has a drawdown of $625 and a profit target of $2,000. We're about halfway to goal on this one, maybe just a little bit over. I actually think we're over by like, I don't know. It's kind of small, the amount that we're over. We're at 1084 out of 2,000. 1084.82 over 2,000. We are 54% to goal. And on the 50K, we're around 25% to goal. 555 or 558, sorry, 0.72 out of our 3,000 goal. 18%, closer to 20%. Market slowing down pretty heavily, actually. You can see a lot of the volume left. Really hasn't been much volume since this spike back here at 8:30. And that was like 45 minutes ago. The rest of the volume has all been pretty minimal. not even 3,000 contracts. And if you look at these last few candles, they're like 1,000, 1,100. This one wasn't even 1,000, 996. So basically, I think everybody is just kind of sitting on the sidelines till 940, where we may get some crazy rippage as Jay Powell goes to speak. So, having said all that, I don't really know that I want to stick around and wait for Jay Powell at 940. Obviously, it's going to create considerable market fluctuation and a lot of volatility. So it may be worthwhile to jump back on at that time. But for the next half hour or so, I don't really see the chart doing a whole lot, except for maybe pulling back some on very low volume. And I don't want to trade on low volume because it makes trends really challenging to interpret and also unreliable. And so having said all that, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I'm going to post my results as well as my reflection in the Discord community right now. Again, guys, if you want to take advantage of Elite Trader Funding, lock in a lifetime discount. Use the link in the description and the promo code JSBEST, and that'll hook you up with that lifetime discount. I look forward to seeing you guys in the Discord community where, again, I'm about to post my results, and we'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 market time. I may start doing some of the Jerome Powell calls and stuff like that, though. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. I would be willing to do those as well. So, all right, guys, much love and appreciation, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.